Right here it is, my friends. Hey, the Positive Side Podcast, but check out my buddy's book, An Intentional Optimized Life. Finding Meaning and Purpose in God's Plan by my boy, Dustin Von Warnke. My man, I'm so proud of you. Um, it's not only his first book, he's written a few books, I think 3 books now, but I'm super proud of him about this book. He's been through a lot of crazy things in his life, and he keeps fighting to get to the next level, and he puts out content like this. Follow my boy, get his book, An Intentional Optimized Life, Finding Meaning and Purpose in God's Plan by Dustin Von Warnke, the Positive Side Podcast. Him and I connected years ago on the show. He just started listening. I think he found me maybe through my buddy Sam Crowley's show Every Day is Saturday, and then started listening to me. We kind of caught up a few times, probably talked to him about probably 20, 30 times now. He's a really good friend of mine now. And I'm so proud to call him that because he's so successful, so brilliant, so smart, so well-spoken. And so he's very coachable, which I love that. And I feel like I'm very coachable. I love people that are like that can have these deep conversations. And he is that guy. So make sure you run over and check his book out. And again, An Intentional Optimized Life, Finding Meaning and Purpose in God's Plan by Dustin Von Warnke. The Positive Side Podcast, back and better than ever. Jeremy Todd, your host. If it's the first time you're listening, I'm glad you're here. And bear with the show. It's very raw. It's very authentic. I don't really plan anything. I kind of write down sometimes what just pops in my head before I hit record. So I don't edit a lot. And I just want to make sure that I put this message out there because it's authentic and it's real, right? It's not edited. It's not rehearsed. Yeah, I speak from the heart on all these shows, and I hope you get a lot out of it because, I do. And I enjoy talking to you one-on-one and having these conversations when I do. And I don't have to do them as much as I should, but we're trying to change that again, right? I'm not perfect. Today, how to live up to your own expectations, man. That's so big, right? I don't know if I ever have, if we follow the last few episodes that we've done, let's see what the last one was, the 5 honest truths. And then before that one was, everybody's out there yelling at me. Imposter syndrome. My goodness, Jeremy. That's why I probably should write these things down. But imposter syndrome. And I talked about these things, about why it's so important and who I am and what I believe in. But I'm real, right? And that's what I hope you get something out of this episode too. But it's how to live up to your own expectations. And sometimes that's the hardest thing. Let's get into it. I love these lists too. This is 6 ways to live up to your own expectations. Number 1, this sounds pretty obvious, but I don't think a lot of people buy into it 100%. Expect to win. Like have no doubt in your mind that you were going to expect that you were going to win. When you set these expectations for yourself, there's going to be all the doubt that's going to come flying into your head and tell you why you can't win. It's almost like a scale, right? I mean, if we're going the other way where the negativity creeps up, we probably don't even take a chance. We probably don't go after our goals and dreams. We probably don't get out of that comfort zone. And then we get to that point where we're kind of breaking even. We're like, okay, I need to do this. I'm not quite sure what to do, but I know I got to do something. And then all of a sudden our confidence starts going. And all of a sudden it starts teeter-tottering the other way. And that's when you have to kick in the expectations, expect to win. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to win come hell or high water, and nothing's going to stand in my way. Hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work, I'm going to work harder than anybody else out there. This is my gig. So when you start talking about living up to your own expectations, number 1, you got to just expect to win. But number 2, again, now bear with me. Number 2 is expect to lose. Well, Jeremy, you can't do that. How do you expect to win and expect to lose? Well, that's what you have to do. When you're living up to your own expectations, you have to understand that these failures are going to come and you have to be ready for them mentally because it's going to happen. You have to expect to fail. If you don't expect to fail and all you do is expect to win 100% of the time, when you do fail, you come crashing down and it's hard to get back up off that mat. But when you expect to lose, you get knocked down. Just like the Gypsy King, you get off that mat and then no one expects you to get back up and then you're back and you're better than ever. You learn from your mistakes, but you have to expect those mistakes. You have to expect to fail. That could almost be the name of a podcast, expect to fail, because you're going to fail. If you don't think you're going to fail, that again, that's a lot of times is the fear. It's like, well, I don't want to fail, but you're going to fail. Okay. So if you're going to fail, why not? Why wait? Take action now. top producers always take action now. And I talked about this years ago in one of the episodes, the law of diminishing intent. If we don't take action now, we start fading off. Our intentions start getting a little bit weaker. We start figuring out something else to do. We let all the demons in our head tell us why we can't do it. And then all of a sudden, we're right back to where we started. I think we're 60 days away before January 1st, a new year again. Are you in the exact same spot that you were last year? How to live up to your own expectations. Number one, expect to win. Number two, expect to fail. Number three, review your goals. I think that is so important. When you have expectations of what you want to accomplish in the next month, 6 months, year, review them often. What happens again, and I see this all the time with my clients that I'm working with, we have set up these big goals that are so far out. I'll quit coaching them. And then these goals just seem to fade off because we don't ever review them. We don't go back at them to attack them. It's almost like it's like out of sight, out of mind. If we don't have them written down, we don't have them on our wall, we don't have them in our mirror, our bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, whatever the case is, these things, if our expectations aren't real for us and we're not reviewing them constantly, they will fade off. They will fade to black. It's like that old Back to the Future episode when Michael J. Fox or Marty McFly is looking at the photo and he's like seeing his family members kind of fade off a little bit. And then he's fading off from the stage and all of a sudden he sees his mom and his dad start kissing and then boom, he pops right back up. That's what you have to look at as for your expectations. You got to understand they're going to start fading around, but you got to kick them back up by looking at something, re-looking at those goals and expecting to win. Number four, create a vision board. My goodness, Jeremy, that's so woo. A vision board doesn't work. It's cheesy. It takes too much time. I don't know how to start. Go back to the episode I did I think it's on YouTube actually, how to create a vision board. Do it. A vision board will blow you away because you'll start accomplishing things that you want to accomplish on the vision board. You kind of look back, you're like, oh my God, I actually did that. Oh my gosh, I actually did that. Because again, we're very visual people. And I say this all the time in the episode. When I say the word ice cream, you don't think of ICECREAM. You think of an ice cream cone. We're visual. And if that's real, and that is real, that's reality. Why wouldn't you do a vision board? Change the vision board up, address the vision board. If you start fading a different way and you're getting pulled a different direction, redo the vision board. Constantly get that in front of your face because again, we're extremely visual. And if you're going to live up to your expectations, you got to be able to see them. You got to be able to visualize those expectations. Number five, extremely crucial, ask for help. In a meeting the other day at the car dealership where I work at, I talked about, the famous Jim Rohn saying, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with. If you're the most successful people, the 5 people you hang around with, maybe you should get another 5 people. You should not be the most successful person in your group. You should have that same way with your friends. You should have people that you can reach out to constantly that are more successful, that are where you want to be in 6 months or a year or 5 years, whatever the case is, and reach out and ask for help. It's easy to get caught up into it, but yet it's so hard to ask for help. It's like we feel like we're not good enough, or they're going to think I'm stupid. They're going to think I'm dumb. If I ask for help, they're not going to know what to say. That's BS. Successful people, true successful people, want everybody to go to the bank together, and every successful person will allow you to learn from them and get better together. For successful people, the more people you help achieve their goals, the faster you achieve yours. I think that's another Jim Rohn quote. Man, I'm full of quotes today. This is good. But again, ask for help. It's so important. Ask for a friend, ask for a buddy, ask for someone that's going to shoot you straight when times are tough. Number 6, I guess this is I love this one here. Number 6 is fearing no change. When you talk about how to live up to your own expectations, the one thing that should be scaring the shit out of you is not changing. I look every single day. I've got friends and family members that are either, fighting depression, getting COVID, fighting cancer, and the people are dying every single day. Yet we fear change for some bizarre reason, like this is going to last forever. Your reality is not going to last forever. Your reality changes whether you notice it or not. It changes around you. Things become less and less significant around you. The world will change. Your friends will change. Your family members will change. People will leave you. You have to understand that we are not meant to stay in the same place. We are meant to stay mobile and moving around. Motion creates emotion. it's extremely important to be afraid to change is one of the scariest things in the world if that's a fear that becomes reality. If you do not change, you will pass your life by and you will be miserable. You will be stuck in life. If you are miserable right now, chances are you're stuck in life. Do something different. This may sound silly. Drive a different way to work. Brush your teeth with a different hand. Drink something different. Eat some different food. Wherever you're planning on going next week, completely change your plans. Do something completely different. Mix it up. Your brain's so wired that when you break up these neural pathways of things that you expect, yet you go different ways, it allows you to be more comfortable being uncomfortable, and you can get out of your comfort zone that much quicker. But fearing no change is one of the most it's what do you call it? Paralyzing. If you cannot get up and move around because of your own fear, that's a scary place to be. So, how to live up to your own expectations? Don't live in fear. Make a change. Do something different. I promise you, you'll be okay. Life will go on and you will be better. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. The Positive Side Podcast. How to live up to your own expectation. Number one, expect to win. Number two, expect to fail. Jeremy, you can't do that. Yes, I can. Expect to fail. Number three, review your goals, right? What did I put on here? Review. I can't even remember. Oh, yeah. Review the goals. Number four, get a vision board. Number five, ask for help. I do it constantly. I need help with podcasting. Number six, fearing no change. My goodness, that's the scariest thing on that list. The Positive Side Podcast. Shoot me those emails, jeremy@jeremytodd.com. Share these episodes. Let's see who's coming up on the episodes this week. Speaking of that, because I know I've talked about a lot of cool people coming on the show, and we keep rescheduling them. However, this week I have no idea who's coming on, but we have someone awesome coming on. I promise you, I've got booked till December, and I can't wait to get going. So, hey, the Positive Side Podcast, shoot me those emails, leave me those reviews. Find me on Facebook. Hey, find me on YouTube as well. The YouTube's just as important. I got 223 subscribers blowing up. I appreciate you more than you know. I say that every single episode and mean it from the bottom of my heart. You've got greatness within. Like always, this is the Positive Side.